Good afternoon, everyone. Trillions and trillions of gallons coming down in the Sierra Nevada mountains and all along California range, filling up the Oroville Dam to topping levels. They opened up the spillway at 65,000 cubic feet per second. Sinkhole or something caused a collapse of the spillway walls. The water rushed in, started eroding underneath. Now the entire spillway is unusable. They didn't see what the damage was, so they opened it a second time, and this is the spill that came out. The yellow arrow is the direction of the flow coming off the broken spillway. It's actually eating into the base of the earthen dam. They cannot use this again, period. They decided to use an emergency spillway built in the 1960s, never tested before. They're clearing the brush out of the way for the overtop of the dam right now. And what they're not telling you is the amount of water that's going to come down over the next day or two is going to be equivalent to the last storm. So there's no possibility that this dam's not overtopping. They're looking at another inch to start pouring in the next 4 to 6 hours. This in addition to all the runoff that's coming off the mountains currently. If you don't know how much that is, it filled one of the biggest reservoirs in California, 20 feet in 5 days, and the runoff from the previous storm has not been totally captured yet. And what they're downplaying is this is the tallest dam in the United States. And while you're watching the video, please remember to subscribe to Adapt 2030 and pass this through your social media. Those of you downriver from the Oroville Dam, the evacuation has not been put out. The evacuation order, if it comes, will be in the next 24 to 36 hours. You should take this time to prepare because when it comes, it's going to be a fast and furious event and people are going to be scrambling and there will be traffic jams and you really need to prepare for this. They are not giving you the entire story. With the ferocious amounts of rain coming down yet again for the 5th winter storm, reservoirs are filling so incredibly fast. As an example, Lake Shasta up 9 feet in 5 days. Folsom Dam up so much it's the first time they've had to open the floodgates in over 4 years. Oroville Dam up 20 feet in 5 days. The amount of rain that came down was in the trillions of gallons. It's still draining off out of the mountains into these reservoirs. And Oroville Dam, this was an example of the first winter storm that came through, how quickly it filled from low water to high water in just a few days. It's going to go to another event right now. The problem is when they tried to open the spillway, there was a sinkhole or something under the spillway that is now preventing that water from being released because when they did release it, it caused even deeper erosion underneath the spillway. Now to give you an example, in the very first hours when the concrete was noticed flying up out of the water, this gives you a gauge in the very first few hours, those people standing on the hillside compared to the size of the opening of the hole, they were trying to release 65,000 cubic feet per second down the hill. And then lo and behold, it cracked, and this is the amount of water that overspilled the spillway. A bit closer up here for you. And after this event, they had to close the spillway because it's totally eroded. As you can see, the amount of damage on that. One of the problems also, the way the water was spilling was actually into the base of the dam itself, eroding. This is an earthen dam. It was actually getting into the structural base of the dam. So what's happening now is this emergency spillway to the left of the damaged concrete spillway has not been tested or even used once since the 1960s when it was built. It's approximately where that roadway is to the left of the spillway, highlighted in red here on the map. They're currently down there clearing out the debris, clearing out the brush and the trees. This event is going to happen. It is going to overspill. They have no way to control it. They think that this spillway is going to do it safely, but this can quickly get out of control. They don't even know if there's any cracks under the emergency spillway there. It hasn't been used since the 60s. What's really under there? And if the water starts going in a different way, that entire dam is coming down. If we go back to February 7th, looking at the initial storm, this atmospheric river coming in, now it's going to continue. This is from February 11th. That river is about to intensify, and oh, here comes more rain. They're looking at least as intense as the last storm. If that last storm filled up that dam 20 feet in 5 days, and it's still draining off from the last storm, and now there's another storm as intense coming in at the moment, they're literally just a foot to a foot and a half from overtopping the entire facility right now. You can see the river of moisture so clearly on Null School here. And also you might ask yourself, it's a hydroelectric operation, who's going to have their power cut when this thing goes down? And also, even though they have not put the evacuation order out yet, they will. You have several hours to prepare, but you really need to consider what's going to happen when this thing overtops. They're going to try to control it just like they did with the junk shot and the BP oil spill. You saw the results of that. I just wish every one of you good luck in preparing for this. And please remember, once a flood comes through, whatever you left in your home doesn't come back, it's gone. And also there's going to be traffic jams, massive traffic jams of people trying to flee this area. If this totally breaks, you're looking at a wall of more than 200 feet of water rolling through the entire valley. This will be Hollywood-style dam break if it happens. It's going to overtop anyway. How well they can control it, nobody knows. But anyway, good luck to all of you. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video to help you prepare for this event. And please take a moment to jump over to getthetea.com. How prepared are you if your nutrition source is suddenly lost? Will the supermarkets be able to refill themselves with floodwaters at this level coming down mountains? Highways are going to be washed away. Bridges are going to be washed away. What type of nutritional supplements do you have around your home to keep your body functioning well, keep your energy levels up, and your immune system working properly?